Welcome back for another episode of Let's Talk Wellness with Jeannie and Gayle.
Gayle. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome
We're back.
to episode 3.
Yeah.
We're back, and we appreciate all the comments and this passing it along and the support from everybody in our community. Keep doing that. We really love it.
Yeah.
And we got a couple people reached out to us in offline and in some comments asking for us to talk about menopause, which there was really no order of things, but it makes sense. We know really who's watching for now, and that people want more information about that. So we'll dig into it in small bits, like we promised.
Yes. And it is, as particularly menopause, it's such a big topic. I feel like we could spend lots of episodes going into this.
For sure.
But let's start, right? We have to start somewhere. So we'll start here.
Yes.
So one thing Jeannie and I were talking about is we were thinking about the topic, and we were thinking about how it's many times viewed. Menopause is the end of something, the end of something in a woman's life. And I say something because, again, there's so many things.
Yeah, and it's your perception of what's ending, really.
Right.
It's different for everybody.
It is. But we thought, let's flip it on its head and let's look at all the things that we gain from the end of this, I guess, phase of our lives, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. From an emotional, spiritual, physical standpoint. But again, let's flip it on its head. So with age, and the ending of this part of our life comes wisdom, comes confidence.
Yeah, sure,
right?
for sure. And also, I think it's a great time for us to be able to explore what we really care about, right?
Yes.
What we have a little bit more time, maybe,
Freedom.
with just figuring out how to spend our free time, right? What do we want to do? What do we want to learn? What do we want to share?
Right.
And that's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly. and we become, as women at this stage of our lives, we are a wonderful resource for many people in our lives, to look to for guidance on things, if it's our kids or our parents in some cases.
Yeah, or just people in our community,
or
right?
people in our community, our friends, that we lean on each other,
Yeah.
and that we have this just experience in life. So
yeah, not just us in like the health and wellness arena, but other people that we know have other areas that they've sort of spent years cultivating,
Yes.
other life experiences.
Yes.
And so together as a community, we are so strong.
Yes, we are. So we want to look at it as this is a wonderful new chapter in our lives. And how do we support that new chapter? Well, there are ways to do it, right?
I mean, we kind of got into the pillars of wellness probably a little longer than we should have last time we were together. And so we're going to sort of shorten that up this week and cover a couple of different areas that will support just an easy time, an easier transition, depending on where you are in that phase, in that experience. But there are some things that will be positive to the experience no matter where you are on the timeline.
Yes.
So that's where we can come in and make some suggestions.
Yes.
Right.
And these are tools in your toolbox that are great to take with you going forward, well beyond that transition, well beyond postmenopausal years. So it's not just for this time.
Just
it's
good practice.
Great
just good
practice.
Habits. Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's get started.
Yeah. So nutrition.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with nutrition?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. So, look, we kind of covered the basics, but when we talk about nutrition, we know that whatever we put into our mouth, into our body, has the ability to either fight disease or feed it. And the same goes for feeding positive energy or take away our energy or help us to sleep better or not sleep better, etc., or have a better workout or get the positive benefits. So in this case, what we eat is going to impact the body's ability to manage blood sugar and detoxify.
Yes.
So choosing foods that are high in fiber can be really useful. Lots of veggies. Not to say that you need to, stop eating meat or fish or any of the other things that you enjoy, but if you can eat higher amounts of those things, it's going to benefit you exponentially.
True.
That's
yes. Yeah, and there's ways, right?
kind of a really simple oversimplification of that.
Yes. But right, by increasing the vegetables and the fiber into your diet, it allows your body, it allows you to help with your detoxification channels, right? Like letting, the topic we love to talk about.
I'm waiting for it.
Poop.
You can lead it this time.
Okay.
Lead the charge.
Yeah.
Poop.
So poop, right? So by eating vegetables, by increasing your fiber, and so plant-based foods help increase all different types of fiber, soluble fiber, insoluble fiber, resistant starches. That all helps with your gut microbiome. It helps to the elimination channels of pooping. And the ways to do that are sometimes we feel like it's so complicated, and it can feel that way, especially when we're bombarded with a lot of information, like eat this, don't eat this, do eat this. Just do the best you can and start incorporating in. So if it means, for instance, you're having, eggs for breakfast. So a way to increase your vegetable intake is maybe throw in some spinach or broccoli from the night before, putting that in. Cut up some herbs and spices. That counts. We forget it. We forget about it a little bit. They do. Onions, garlic. We think outside of the box a little bit, because all of those items are in the plant world. So that counts towards that diversity. And that really helps kind of to feed that diverse microbiome that we have. So, which eventually helps you to,
release toxins.
Exactly.
And not to mention that positive gut microbiome is going to send the right messages to the hormonal signals, and that's going to have an easier time. You're going to have an easier time managing those hormonal shifts while you're building your gut microbiome.
Right.
And within the same category is hydration. So what is that all about? Well, just drinking plenty of water or non-caffeinated beverages, really. Like that's not to say you can't have your coffee, because you can, and there's lots of, benefits to that as well. But know that increasing your water, or at least striving to get half your weight in ounces of water, is going to help your skin. Right? It's going to help to keep all the parts lubricated as the hormones change in your body, right? So your joints, lots of women of a certain age start to get shoulder pain and knee pain. And, I got a little of this from playing too much tennis or from walking or whatever. And staying hydrated can actually contribute to heading that off. I mean, it's not to say that's never gonna, those other things aren't gonna happen, but it is gonna help. It absolutely is. And then also staying hydrated is gonna impact your blood sugar.
Yes.
Because dehydration will have an impact on your blood sugar and how your body responds to different foods. So staying hydrated and eating more fiber together
is a great combination.
Is a great way to manage insulin.
Yes.
Period. Because during menopause, that our body's ability to secrete insulin and respond to food changes.
It does change. So it's just like a kind of meeting those changes with some strategies.
Yeah. And we know this stuff.
Yes.
We know this stuff, but it's more important than ever to make it happen for yourself.
Right.
Right.
And so, one quick tidbit Sometimes it's hard. We're on the go. We don't want to maybe drink a lot of water if we're getting in the car and we're going to be out and, running around because we've got to find a bathroom because that does change and, in menopause. So, I always say like it might be a nice way to do some habit stacking. And I call it bookending the day. So starting your day with water, kind of first thing when you come down.
Yes.
And we might have talked about this at an earlier episode. I can't remember if we did.
Or just one night over.
Yeah, or
over
something, yeah.
salads. But
But starting your day with water, first thing, you come
Yeah.
down into the kitchen and before you maybe putting the coffee on or something else is just simply to have a glass of water.
yeah,
Put it in a really nice glass, something that you like.
yep.
I happen to like mason jars. They make me feel like a farmer.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
That's great.
But if you like a wine glass, put your water in a wine glass
Sure.
or whatever. So
I'm pretty easy.
yeah,
I'll
you're
drink
easy.
out of
You'll
pretty
just
much
yeah.
anything. Yeah.
So anyway, again,
Have your water and then you're bookending it because after dinner, do you feel like that's a great time?
Yes, there's the bookend.
Right.
And right off the bat, you started and ended your day with 2 glasses of water.
Yeah.
So prepping
Two
for
big glasses,
two-
not just 8 ounces, which is a cup.
yeah, and like you do the best you can,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, but
Yeah.
yes, if you can, right there, you're starting your day
Yeah.
solid and you're
Decaf
ending it.
tea, unsweetened teas
Yes.
during the day. Make a nice pitcher of herbal tea and pour it over
Yes.
some ice. Have some lemon water.
Mm.
Drinking your smoothie, that counts.
Yes, it does because there's
Lots of water in those veggies.
the
And
veggies, right?
remember,
Yes,
lots of vegetables also bring hydration to your body. So we're
it's
kind of closing the
connected.
gap there too.
Yeah.
So those are just 2 of the pillars of health that are going to positively impact your menopause experience. And I think that's where we'll kind of wind it down for now. Is
Yeah,
that good
I think that's a
with
great
you?
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll cover some other tips in our next topic. Our next talk.
Yeah. So increasing fiber, right,
Mhm.
in a whole host of ways.
Yeah.
And hydration,
Yeah.
getting it in the best you can.
And by the way, that's also going to increase your energy.
Yes.
You're going to feel better and you're going to notice it. You really are.
Yeah. Water is so underrated.
Oh,
It really is.
And
It's
it
like,
even impacts appetite. Like you might think you're starving, but you're
Mhm.
probably dehydrated.
yeah.
So that's a talk for another
Yeah.
day. Anyway,
Right.
thanks for popping in and we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.